Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala sayyidil anbiya wal mursaleen wa ba'd. As parents, we generally understand that when a child transitions from being an infant to a toddler, there's a very drastic change in their behavior. Tantrums, misunderstandings, and parents are usually left wondering what's going on, how do I deal with it? According to a number of psychological studies, they say that a key to mitigating a lot of the, tantrums and misunderstandings and bad behavior that some would want to describe it as, they suggest predictability. They say predictability is the best recipe to resolve a misunderstanding with a toddler. And what do they mean by predictability is having a fixed routine for that child. Child wakes up in the morning, one day wakes up at 10 o'clock, one day wakes up at 8 o'clock, next day at 9 o'clock. The brain is unable to process what the schedule is going to be. Goes to sleep, sometimes the child goes to sleep at 9, sometimes it goes to sleep at 8, sometimes he or she goes to sleep at 10. There's no set schedule, and this causes an imbalance and confusion in the child. So they say that if you want to resolve the misunderstanding, you work with predictability. Now, that's a very specific study when you talk about parent-child behavior, but it's true for anything that we want to do in our lives if you want to have success. If there is predictability, then we're able to, they say asara. Asara means nachor, to be able to squeeze out every drop from the day in terms of time. If you have a predictable schedule, you'll be able to benefit a lot better. There's a famous saying that goes, the most successful day begins with making your bed. The most successful day begins by making your bed, meaning if I wake up in the morning and I have a schedule that I'm going to make my bed before I do anything else, then the rest of my day is going to be in order. Now, with the month of Ramadan just days away, I need to make sure I have a solid plan in terms of what I am going to do. And to make this very practical, I just want to mention three things. Three things that we should definitely have a schedule about. Number one is what time of the day I am going to read Quran. Not I am going to read Quran. What time of the day specifically am I going to sit down with a mushaf and read? I need to specify that before Ramadan. Just so that I can make this practical, I'll tell everybody here, for myself, the time that I have allotted for myself is after Taraweeh. Once Taraweeh is done, I'm going to specify some time that I'm going to read my Quran, and that will be the specific time where I'm going to make sure I do my Khatm al-Quran throughout the year, because I still have that momentum after Taraweeh. The second thing that we need to fix up is the time we're going to do suhoor and iftar together as a family. As opposed to, okay, first person who wakes up, have this like samosa run and wake everybody up. There's 2 minutes left. We're trying to swallow as much as food as we can, burping on our way to the masjid, unable to control the food. It's like a disaster. As opposed to that, I have a schedule. Okay, you know what? I as the mother or I as the father, I'm waking up at this time, and I'm going to be the first person to wake up. We're going to relegate duties. All right, my son, he's going to fix up the table. All right, you know what? You're going to warm up the food. I'm going to wake up the children. And we have a plan. And number three, and this is a small point, most people are aware of this. If I give my zakat in Ramadan, let me not just say I'm going to give in Ramadan, I need to have a specific date. And this is more related to giving zakat in general. But if I don't know my specific date, I may not be giving zakat correctly, because I have to give according to my nisab that I have when zakat is due on me. So I should have in my mind which specific day I am giving zakat. Not, okay, sometime in Ramadan. It doesn't work like that. So just to make the structure more clear, let's have three things in place. Number one, what time of the day I'm going to read Quran. Number two, what time are we going to do and how we're going to do suhoor and iftar. And number three, how and when I'm going to give zakat if I give it in the month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to be productive this month. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the month of Ramadan a blessed month for one and all. Inshallah, after the remaining sunan, we're going to have our weekly hadith lesson. Everyone is requested to participate. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.